Hi there. Today I'm going to answer one of your most pressing twin parenting questions. So Patricia wants to know, how do you manage to keep up with everything and two older siblings in the first 2 years with twins? So as you may know, I have four children. My twin girls are the youngest, and I had two older boys when they were born. When the girls were born, we had four kids, ages 3 and younger. So my two older boys were much older than the girls. In fact, they were all kind of in that toddler stage still. So Patricia wants to know, as you may want to know, if you have a toddler or another child when your twins are born, how do you manage all that? So the key word here is keep up with everything, and I want you to understand that it's okay that you don't have to keep up with everything. You don't have to do everything. Everything that you used to do before twins, some of that stuff you can just let it go, and maybe you can postpone that for a later time, a different season of your life. You don't have to keep up with everything. So lower those expectations a little bit with yourself, with your family, with your coworkers, with your friends, that you're not going to be able to do everything that you were doing pre-twin life. And that's okay, because your twins are going to grow, become more self-sufficient, and then they will be able to handle things on their own, and you won't be so burdened, and you can revert to some of those things that you used to do before the twins arrived. So the second thing is to in those first couple months with twins, it is totally fine to recruit as much help as you can possibly get to help with those twins and the older siblings. So this may be grandma, it may be your brother-in-law, your sister-in-law that comes over, maybe friends or family. If you can get some help in those first couple months while you get your feet under you and you get established with your twins, that is really, really going to help you balance those needs of your newborn twins and the other siblings. For the first 2 months after our girls were born, we had somebody staying with us almost all the time. And it was mother-in-law, father-in-law, brother-in-law, sister-in-law, grandparents, friends came over, and that would help us to be able to not just take care of the twins themselves, but also the siblings. Our two older boys, who at that time were 3 and we're still under 2, so they still needed a lot of attention themselves. Now, another thing you can do is divide and conquer with you and your partner. Now, you need to kind of decide who's taking care of whom. And now, in our case, sometimes maybe I would take care of the girls, and my wife would take care of the boys. And so we kind of split and rotate, who would do what. But it's important that you communicate with your partner so you know who is actually taking care of whom. Otherwise, there's going to be kids screaming and going crazy, and each of you is going to look at each other and wonder, like, how come you're not taking care of the situation? So if you can be explicit in your communication with your partner of who's taking care of whom, it's going to make things go a lot easier. Another thing to remember is that if both parents are home, both parents are on duty. And this is really true in at least that first year, probably beyond. So you may both be working. One of you may be working. I don't know what your situation may be, but in our case, when our girls were born, after I went back to work, I was working full time. My wife was home with our kids. But when I came home from work, I had to just leave all that stuff behind mentally and just jump right into the tasks at hand. So taking care of the kids and helping them in the evening routine, with baths and getting ready for bed and all that. And so it's important to know that if you're home, you're on duty. If your mom, your dad, you got to be hands on deck to help with the twins and the siblings. Now, this also rolls into the nighttime care. So particularly if you're in those infant months still with the twins, it's not really fair to have just one parent wake up in the middle of the night and take care of the twins all by themselves. That burden, I think, should be shared. And now one thing that is interesting for us is my wife, she had breastfed our first 2 boys, and so I didn't really have to get up in the night to feed them because my wife was doing that. But with the twins, we both can help in feeding them. It turned out we ended up moving from breastfeeding to formula, bottle feeding with our girls. But that was good for me as a dad because I could actually wake up in the night with my wife and take one of the babies. She can take one of the other babies, and we can both juggle that need to feed them. Also, a great opportunity to bond with them individually when you're holding them and feeding them. Now, as your kids, you've got the twins, you got the infants, but you also have the siblings, the toddlers. Now, toddlers are interesting because oftentimes they really, really want to help. They want to help you do whatever you're doing. They want to help you do it. Now, sometimes their help may not be as effective as you would do it. Nevertheless, you want to take advantage of letting those older siblings help in age-appropriate ways. So it could be as simple as with our boys, who are still very young, we taught them how to go get a burp cloth, or go get a diaper, or get the baby wipes, go get the bottle, or pick this thing up for you because you had 2 arms of twins. So teaching the siblings how to help you in age-appropriate ways will help ease that burden a little bit. Now, of course, there are nap times. Now, your nap times are going to be really staggered because your twins are going to be on one schedule and maybe your toddlers are going to be on another schedule. But what that allows you to do when some of the kids are napping is to be able to spend time, maybe one-on-one or one-on-two with the twins or the siblings that are awake while one of the others are sleeping. So take advantage of those nap times to catch up on one-on-one time with your other kids or with the twins, or to take a break yourself. So just remember that first year is just crazy nuts. It's crazy, but you get through it. Your twins grow, your older siblings, the older kids grow a little bit. Everybody becomes a little more mature and a little more self-sufficient, and you can do this. Again, my name is Joe Rawlinson, the founder of dadsguidetotwins.com and author of 2 books, Dad's Guide to Twins and Dad's Guide to Raising Twins, that'll help you all along your twin journey, from expecting twins to raising them and beyond. If you'd like more helpful tips and tricks on preparing for and raising your twins, go ahead and check out some of these other videos that'll guide you along your twin journey. And subscribe to the channel to make sure you get new videos as they come out to help you along your twin path. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.